Hey, welcome. My name is Quincy. I'm an instructor at Day Trade Today. And today we're going to talk about the best exit strategy for you for any other cryptocurrency or Bitcoin in general to don't get caught by the bear market. So before we jump into the topic, please leave a like, subscribe, because we're going to put out a lot more content like this in the future. And if you have any questions regarding the topic itself, regarding coming videos, or just a question in general, please leave it in the comments and I will respond to you as soon as possible. So if we have a look at the chart, right? Currently, we're turning the momentum around. So the past couple of weeks and months, we have been sideways trading or even in a downtrend. And right now, we're breaking out. We're breaking above 50. We broke out of this descending triangle. So we currently have a new technical target, which will bring us way above the previous all-time high, and currently aimed at 84K. So we have the momentum, we have the news, we have the ETF coming. So instead of buying into new cryptos or new other coins, this is the moment to actually start thinking about your exit strategy again. Because I want to show you a couple of things. And the first thing I want to show you is the difference between when retailers like you and me buy, or the difference when great and big institutional investors are buying. So I made these charts. And the following is important. The yellow boxes, like over here and over here, are the zones when the big institutional investors are buying. The blue zones are the zones when retail investors are buying. And you see the difference, right? Big institutional investors are buying at the moment. There is not anything exciting happening at the moment. So we're sideways trading, we're buying at the downside. They buy actually using dollar cost averaging as well. So I'm not sure if you've seen my previous GIVO video, but if you didn't, please watch it back, because I introduced you to a strategy called dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging your way in and dollar cost averaging your way out. And that's what we're going to talk about today as well, but only applied to the current Bitcoin situation. So back to the institutions. The institutions buy Bitcoin over here, they buy it over here, they buy it here, buy it here, and they buy it here, for example. And what happens is they stop buying when the prices shoot up again, because they already accumulated the position, they have enough Bitcoin, and the price goes up again, and they don't want to average their price up. So they stop buying into. The prices go up, right? And the moments when the first retailers started buying was over here in this area. And when all the fear of missing out kicked in, was at the all-time high stops. People stepped in, and actually, when the prices went down again, people and other retailers had a really high price, average price of Bitcoin that they were holding, right? Because they didn't buy in at the levels over here, but they bought in at the levels at the top. So when the sell-off started, most of the people had an average around 50K. So the whole couple of months that we've been sideways trading, people were down 40-50%, right? So what you need to take away from this, and what you need to take into the new phase which we're currently in, that's over here, buy when there is nothing exciting happening. So buy in the moments the big institutions, the smart money is buying, right? These are the moments, and we've had a little sideways trading in the last couple of days. So last week and the week before we broke out to the all-time highs or to the new run-up. And what I'm going to talk to you about is, okay, so we're seeing a spike up. So the buying and accumulating period is actually behind us. What should we do now? Now is the time, like I said in the beginning, to think about your exit strategy. And I will use the example of the past so you can apply it into the near future. So we've been talking about dollar cost averaging, like the institutions do over here. We're going to do it only dollar cost average for your way out, because that is the best way to time the top, because no one knows when the top is going to happen. We might see a easy run up, we might see a big spike up, and then directly coming down again. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So we need to have a strategy that is applicable in every situation. and it's called dollar cost averaging your way out. And what you want to do is the following. If you, like me, all the traders in Day Trade Today, or like the smart money, bought your Bitcoin or Ethereum or Chainlink or whatever in the accumulation zones, in the zones that are marked with the yellow boxes, you already have a really good entry price. So entry is the first thing to start with. You need to have a good entry, and it needs to be based on the sideways accumulation period. If you use this, for example, you enter the trade with an average like this, you get a big spike up, and you see some kind of momentum losing. So at number one, we lost buyer momentum, right? So what you want to do is, as you can see, you can use some different indicators, and in the coming videos I will show you some other indicators that I use to see which group of people has the upper hand. So if we have more buyers, if you have more sellers, if the coin is losing momentum, if the coin is gaining momentum. But in the price chart, you can see it as follows. You see the price is losing momentum. So I will show it you. I will zoom in a bit. And as you can see, the momentum, the spike up started flattening down, right? So we went up and we had a bit less movement. So we started flattening down. We saw a reversal pattern and we reversed, right? So this is the first moment for you to take your profits. So what you want to do is, if you, for example, have €1,000 and $1,000 in Bitcoin, you want to take out 20% at the first point. So you want to take out $200 at this point. The rest you leave it in. So you leave it down, and after a big spike up, you can expect a big pullback. So we went into a pullback and we spiked up again. You saw the momentum changing, and this is the second moment you would take 20% of your profits out. So you have a profit over here and you have a profit over here. At the following points, you do the same. So you take 20% out, you take 20% out. So what is important to notice is that we're on the track of making higher highs. And really noticeable and important for an uptrend is making higher highs. And as you can see, we made a higher high over here as well, and with a big gap in between. But from point 2 to point 3, the gap got smaller. And point 3 to point 4, the gap got flattener as well. So we're seeing some kind of rolling over effect, and rolling over like this indicates that there are less and less buyers. So the sellers are gaining control, and the moment we saw the Bitcoin price making a lower high, so lower, 0.5 is lower than 0.4, that indicates that we lost the momentum. And as you can see as well, we had a big time sell-off after that. So what we noticed is, in the previous months, we noticed the same pattern, right? 1 and 1 are the same, 2 and 2 are the same, 3 and 3 are the same, 4 and 4 are the same, and 5 and 5 actually a lower high as well, which was followed by a sell-off. So what you want to do is you want to have your exit strategy, your exit already almost done or almost finished when we're making a lower high. So as you can see, we ended over here, over here, over here. So we had an average exit price from approximately 54, 55. So you made gains from 10 to 54. And that is better than being caught up in a sell-off and ending eventually over here. So keep that in mind. Dollar cost averaging your way out. Spread your take profit over time at spikes in prices. So you have your average price and you're always able to take profits, because that's what you want, right? You always want to have profit, because otherwise this has been for nothing. Thank you guys. I will in the near future I will show you some indicators and how to see if the momentum is turning around, and what we could expect from the Bitcoin price in the coming months or weeks even, or coming days. Thank you guys for joining. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have any questions.